And we are live. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered in oil. Strumming my six string on the front porch swing. Oh, I smell the shrimp, oh, there's burning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. I don't know the reason I stayed here all season. There's nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. It's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. But how I got here, I haven't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it might be my fault. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim there's a woman to blame, but I know it might be my fault. Well, I blew out my flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But I said there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render that frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Some people claim there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be, and welcome to Brunch with Deb. I'm Deb Seymour, your host and musician, and that was, of course, the famous Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffit, because for some reason unknown to man, I woke up with that going through my head all morning. Hey, Kathy, hey, Peter, and hey, Heidi, if you're out there watching, or Janet. The sound sounds really weird to me in my headphones. I hope it's sounding normal out there. It did on my test stream. Anyway, back in the Blue Room studio for this week, and I know what I could do. I'll fiddle with it later. If I sound a little bit like a CB trucker, my system reset itself, and of course when that happens, the audio is weird. Anyway, hi. What was I going to say next? Yeah, I had my first full gig yesterday. My fingers or tips are a little bit sore, but we'll just see how we go with that. I'm glad it sounds good. What I hear in my earbuds isn't always what you hear out there. That could be good or bad. Speaking of bad, well, cool is the click of a switchblade knife. I walk onto your back porch, into your life. I check out every corner and turn every stone. You better believe I'll make this backyard my own as I dominate the best sun patch, contemplating which birdies to catch, grooming myself from my head to my toes. And just when I'll pounce, I tell you nobody knows. And I'm the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Well, I was born in the alley, smallest of six. I learned to survive on a cheap bag of tricks. Out in the streets, I've grown old, I've grown wise, and earned my share of more than 9 lives. Well, I got this old lady, she tries to keep me in while she offers me caviar and sips of her gin. But she'll never tame me, nobody can. Fish, eggs, and booze are so insufferably bland when you're the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. That's right, I'm so bad, right, Ronnie Solberg? Hey, Steve. And when your family's asleep in the dead of the night, in a silence so thick you can slice, a scream rips the air, makes your hair stand on end. It's just me giving chase to that she-cat again. In the morning you'll see me just as sweet as can be. What, last night a cat fight? Who, me? I gently play with some paper that's a scrap, and shortly thereafter retire for my nap. My name's not important, I've never really had one. You know my deportment's a mean, tough, and bad one. So if you see me on your back steps and such, or you can come say hello, but don't you dare touch the king of the alley, prince of the trash. Sometimes I purr, oh, sometimes I scratch. Cruising through your neighborhood, I haven't a care to let you come near me. If come near me you dare, 'cause I'm a bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. Bad cat. That's right, I'm bad. I said I'm the Duke of the dumpster, baron of the back fence. Hang around's what I do best, yes. Bad cat. Oh, that song just cracks me up. As I said, hey, Ronnie, nice to see you. You had quite the trip to England with Marianne McAllister, and I want to actually call you and ask you all about that. Because I'd like to go to England, and I want to know how you guys did and everything else. Because I'd love to meet Steve and Peter in person and a lot of other people. And there's Willow Rose. Willow, long time no see. Willow tuning in from New Mexico. And Sarah from New Jersey. And Matt Poloni from Israel. Oh my gosh. Everybody's here. It's a little bad cat thing. So if you're just tuning in, I'm just finally getting back from a broken wrist, as you all know about that. You follow me on Facebook. And sort of my second brunch, and I had an actual gig yesterday. It was a house concert in my own backyard with the Whateverly Brothers. A good time was had by all, but it was hot. It was hot. This is where I should break into Hot Times Summer in the City, but I forgot the words. So how about we have another cat song? This time, not so much about the cat, a black cat, which is gato negro in Spanish, but a little cat that's a matchmaker. He's not a bad cat. He's a good cat. I got Tink's attention when she made. Yeah, that happens sometimes, and sometimes dogs have barked when I've meowed. Asleep in the window, soaking up the sunlight. The weight of the world seems to pass you by. But you have a secret you keep deep inside you, hidden in the colors of your eyes. Oh, gato negro, please tell me true. When you take your midnight stroll beneath the moon, is there anyone out there that you know of? Somebody looking for someone to love. Is he tall and handsome or sweet and blonde? A businessman, a craftsman, or a singer of songs? Whoever he is he lonely and blue, and looking for someone to hold on to? Oh, gato negro, please tell me true. When you make your midnight stroll beneath the moon, is there anyone out there that you know of? Somebody looking for someone to love. As you slip inside his window and purr around his feet, you slip into his heart as you settle there to sleep. Please take him this message. Dear sir, we have not met, but I know you're out there somewhere. May we find each other yet. Asleep in the window, sunning in the sun. Another night is over, another day begun. Ooh, la da will give that cat your number, Ronnie. Aw. I know. This is a pre-Jason song from many years ago. I tell you. Hey, thanks, Sarah, putting your comments on screen. Yeah, I had a big black cat named Wally at the time. Morpheus is not my first black cat. He's my second black male cat. And we've had calicos and tabbies and orange cats and a few others in there. But Wally had a different routine than Morpheus because I didn't have a cat door at the time because I was in a rental. So the last housemate home, or flatmate as you call it in England, was supposed to kick Wally out for the night, and then the first one would let him in to feed him breakfast. So he had the opposite schedule of Morpheus back when there were fewer coyotes in Seattle. If we didn't let Wally out at night, he would go bang on every roommate's door and yell to be let out at 2 a.m, and we weren't having that. So he'd sleep inside during the day and he'd go out roaming at night. And I was convinced that cat owed me a boyfriend. Okay. Well, speaking of, I don't know. Oh, yes, I do have my capo. My studio is such a mess down here, guys. I need to do some serious reorganization. Oh, for heaven's sakes, that's a half capo. Where's my other capo? Oh, well, we shall see. Gonna do this. Speaking of walking at midnight, looking for love, here's a little old Patsy Cline tune for you. Well, I go walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always searching after midnight, looking for you. Stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he is crying for me. And as the night turns gloomy, and now winds whisper to me, I'm as lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you might be somewhere a walking after midnight, searching for me. Stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he is crying for me. And as the night turns gloomy, the night winds whisper to me, I'm as lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you might be just there. We're walking after midnight, searching for me. I go out walking after midnight, searching for you. Ooh. Rockin' After Midnight, Patsy Cline. Oh, you got Pearl Cat listening to me too? Cool. Hi, Pearly. And Tink and all the kitties out there. All right, you guys asked for it. You get another cat song. There's a calico shadow follows me wherever I go. There it will be on silent feet with a doleful stare. That calico shadow follows me everywhere. That calico shadow is set to pounce on anything that moves around, whether it be friend or enemy. That calico shadow's protecting me. What does she think? What does she see when those green eyes stare at me? I'm not alone, there is no doubt. A calico shadow follows me about. Calico shadow once had me duped. Took a little ride down the laundry chute, but in an instant flashed back upstairs. That calico shadow gets in everywhere. What does she think? What does she see when those green eyes stare at me? There is no doubt. A calico shadow follows me about. Calico shadow is fast asleep, tucked in a ball down at my feet. But I don't dare breathe or start to stir, 'cause that shadow just might wake and what does she think? What does she see when those green eyes stare at me? I'm not alone, there is no doubt. That calico shadow follows me about. That calico shadow follows me about. That calico shadow, she's the cat's meow. Calico shadow. That was written for my late cat, Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea, kind of rhymes with Pearly. Hey, Richard, nice to tune in. Richard Hopkinson tuning in from Pennsylvania. Yeah, I had an idea what I was going to do. Now I forgot what I was going to do. What was I going to do? Something to do with kitties. I went from kitties to blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Here's what happens when the love fades. Say you are a handyman, that you know how to use a hammer and a nail. You got a pocket full of screws. You tell me you can help me with all my home repair, that you've got all the know-how and lots of parts to spare. Well, I don't see no hard hat, and where's your working shoes? If you ain't got a license, boy, don't you mess with my tools. But what about your plumbing, girl? It seems that you have got A spigot running cold when it should be running hot. You say you'll show me how your snake can make my waters flow. My gosh, that a little plunging action should tidy up my bowl. Well, I don't see no coveralls like what you ought to use. If you ain't got protection, boy, don't you mess with my tools. Yes, I may be a woman, but I know a thing or two, 'cause I've done enough repair work from being with guys like you. So stay out of my workroom, you keep your fingers off my pliers, and hands off my breakers, boy, no messing with my wires. Okay, you say, you're right and I am wrong. I'm not a carpenter, I'm not a plumber. You knew that all along. So let's not let these flying sparks give rise to more suspicion. Come on, babe, let's work it out. I'm a mighty fine electrician. If you ain't gotta know how, boy, don't you mess with my. If you ain't got protection, boy, don't you mess with my. If you ain't got a license, boy, don't you mess with my. Don't you ever mess with my tools. No, don't you ever mess with them. From the Mama Wears a Hard Hat album, of course. Don't mess with my tools. We're winding down our half hour here, and I'd like to say the donation jars are open at the bottom of the screen, and also there are clickable links in the description. Your donations help keep the software subscription paid for my broadcasting software, and my heart warm and fuzzy. It's warm and fuzzy anyway. Thanks, Ronnie. Ronnie Stolzberg's live stream, I believe you're back on this week at 3 p.m. Eastern, so that's noon Pacific, and the rest of it filled in. And I'll tune in to you for a while, Ronnie. I've missed you. And we shall end with, oh, I can't do it. I don't have a capo. Well, we'll end with some k.d.lang. How about that? Coyote, coyote, oh, can you tell me why? Every time that big moon shines, you sit right down and cry. You say it's not because I'm sad that I sing all night long. I'm looking for someone to love, and this is my love song. Ooh, I go crazy when that moon shines above. Ooh, from that full moon full of love. Baby, oh sweet baby, can you explain this? Every time that big moon shines, I finally get a kiss. You say it's just those moonbeams that makes you do these things. Well, I think that I'll just sit right down and let old coyote sing. Ooh, I go crazy when that moon shines above. Ooh, won't someone save me from that full moon full of love? Ah! Full Moon Full of Love by Canadian songbird k.d.lang. Anyway, hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. Still getting up to speed here. I said my calluses are coming back. At least my fingers started hurting less as I kept playing, but when I first put my fingers out, it was kind of painful this morning. We'll be back for brunch next week, but heads up, I will be on the road again, and I'll be broadcasting from a motel down in the Long Beach Peninsula of Washington State. Not to be confused with Long Beach, California, different Long Beach. And it all depends on the Wi-Fi at my Airbnb. They say it's strong, but we shall see. And I'll test it beforehand. If it doesn't work, well, oops. I'm going down to visit with some friends and also go to their concert. After that, I should be here for several weeks where things work, or work most of the time. Remember to take care of yourselves out there. Our world is getting crazier and crazier and crazier, as we know. And look both ways before crossing the street. Remember to be kind to a neighbor. Pick up some litter. Smile at people. That helps. Just smile. We don't smile much anymore in America. We've become so serious. And last but not least, as I always say every show, remember to tell the people you love that you love them sooner rather than later, because we don't know what's happening in the next minute, let alone tomorrow. Peace, love, happiness, and thank you from Peacock Shirt Lady. And very much appreciate you. Take care and have a good week.